So today we're going to learn about bubbleSort. bubbleSort is a little bit, um, it's basically the start of algorithm, how we learn algorithm, right? So this is a very inefficient way to sort any arrays or any data. And however, we need to understand this concept first before we start learning the advanced one, right? So every sorting method is basically starting from bubbleSort. Some it's very useful for a small data set, right? And for the right amount of data and timing. So this will be basically time complexity of big out of n square. So uh, very inefficient, but very useful. Okay, so let's go and learn the concept here. So let's first learn how to sort a small data set. So this will be our data, basically example for using bubbleSort. So in this, you will see why we said bubbleSort. Well, it bubble out into a very data that we can swap, and then it just bubbles up, and it can be very uh, exhausting with swapping every numbers that closest to each other, right? So we can make it a little bit more efficient by basically the passing can be trim it down into just one or two. So for this example, we're not going to go all the way here. We're just going to go only this two pair, right? So and then after that, we just can go to the second pass and go to the second pair, right? And then the third pair and so on. So and at the last one, we don't even have to swap because it's already swapped on from the beginning, right? So yeah, so start swapping the first two pair and the second two pair and until the last right here. So that will be our strategy and concept for bubbleSort. So let's start with this JavaScript, and we can start with two for loops. So for the first index, it will start from 0, and that first index will be array dot length minus 1, right? And then first index plus plus. So and then within that for loop, we're going to have another for loop, which is second index, and that second index is the one that we're going to use. Well, we can call this index as not first but outer index, so that will make more sense, right? Outer index, and this will be inner index, so that it can easier to understand. And this length right here, it will be minus outer index. So you will be wondering, like, why am I decrementing this max for the inner index? Well, as we mentioned before, our strategy is not going all the way through, but just right before the end of the array, so that we can swap inside the second for loop, right? So that we don't pass or we don't go over the range or the boundary. Okay, so let's go inside here, and then we're going to have if to check we are swapping the correct value or not. So in this, we will check if array, and then inside the array, we're going to inner index is greater than the next inner index value, index plus 1. So okay, so it will be so they basically were saying go to the next value right here. Okay, and we're going to inside for temp, and then we will collect inner index. It's not correct way to do it. Inner index. Okay, and then um, we will exchange their value with the next index right here. So that will be equal to that, and then this one will be equal to 10. So that's it for the bubble sort, and let's see if it's working correctly or not. Oh, we have a problem here. So I think it's something to do with this bracket. So let's try to figure that out. Okay, the mistake was basically the I. So it was supposed to be the syntax, supposed to be smaller I. So if, okay, let's see, console.log, and then let's call this array right here, function, and within that function we're going to call that value and see if it's sorting correctly. Yes, it is. So yeah, there you go, and control and enter. So that's it for bubble sort.